Hello, am I audible, visible? Okay, so this video will be in two parts. Okay, the first part, okay, I will not mention those who know, they know. Those who will not understand, they will not understand. But first part is very important. And second part, the second part is many times people ask me, what is the job role of Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council? Many people. Now what will happen ki if I make this video in Bengali, only people of Bengal will understand. Someday I will make it in Bengali, but let's make it in English so that people from northeast and very other states, they can actually understand ki how a policy is made. How, what is the job of administrative law, public policy, economic finance, how these policies are made, what is the job of federal government. That is the second part. That part is for people those who really want to know. But first part, okay, fine. So what happens is that this part is interesting. Those who can relate will relate. Okay, I there is, if you want to start any business, okay, various others say you want to go to export business, you want to go to various other sectors, you want to do all those biscuit, and all those things are there. Rusnite also has some 500, 600 crores market cap, big market cap. And for that, initially when you are starting off any business, you will either get loan or there are venture capitals. And nowadays if you go to IITs or Calcutta IIM, you will get provisional loans, then you give them back. That is absolutely fine. That is how you start a business. You can go for IPO listing, that is absolutely fine. But there are certain businesses in India, for that the risk is so high that you do not get any loan for that. Now the problem starts from here. These are very capital intensive business, very risky. Now what happens is that there are two, three, four under invoiced companies, shield trust, who are financing these offices. Okay, if I tell you ki I am starting this one with 10 rupees, the whole things, the source of fund is illegitimate. That four associations on paper, they are providing fund as a corpus, which is of course a black money. And now the business gets started. Things are hiked means, for travel, instead of 2 rupees it's 5 rupees. This much, the whole thing, transaction is done on cash, no digital payment transaction, daily payment, 15% hike. Sometimes some investments are done in gold bonds and RTF. Okay, these things are everything there in the office, its accounts book. And it said that you are starting off with this 10 rupees, everything is hiked 15%, 20%. These illegitimate people, they are actually financing these subjectivities, and again the rollover profit is reinvested. Now it becomes a white money. Few offices are there. So problem starts from there. If you see ki what is my working capital, just the file, what is my working capital, what is my capital credentiality, what is my legitimate source of fund, what is my understated invoice section 13 part C, then you will understand what is the problem inside. Again some subjective thing in the norm of, plus the distribution, plus TPR or TRP, everything. You are getting my point. This 10 rupees, somehow it's said that the hike is actually 17 rupees, but those who can understand will understand what I am saying, others will not understand. 17 rupees, but it's coming to 15 rupees. Then what is the distribution and the TRPs which are getting into it? See the revenue section, everything will come out. Problem, where is the main problem? Everything is not personal asset. Means if you want to start a business, it's not that every time you are starting off with clean paid up capital. There is some serious problem in the sourcing, in invoicing, higher means hiking the price. It's called multiple autonomy theory of economics. And then the black thing is converted to white and then it is reinvested. Market hypothesis policy. And accordingly, the distribution, the TRPs, and everything, that's a whole circle. Very much problematic. Asset conversion, asset legitimacy, statement profiling of working capital, everything has uh, loopholes and leads. That's the only thing which I can say over here. Some businesses are there. The whole problem, it's not only about uh, economical or financial or company related problem. Personal, whole rerouting, under invoicing. If you see the statement profiling of independent directors there, how they are auditing the subjects in terms of what are the reciprocations, working capital, what are the overhead costs, everything. If you see, that is the first problem. Other problems are there. Other problems are equally there, which I was talking about, equally there. This is the prime problem. Anyways, let's not talk about it. But जिसको समझना था, I think he or she has understood. Okay, playing with economics, playing with ergonomics, playing with triple balance sheet asset management, playing with twin balance sheet problems. What you are playing, it's all economics. Okay, it's all mathematics. It's all statement profiling. It's all the difference between what is your cash down balance, what is your liability, what is your present value situation, and how you fundamentalize in reinvestment policies. That is also economics. Anyways, so coming to the this second part, okay, this one will be a bit interesting. Okay, many people tell me, "Ki, what is the job of, in very simple language, what is the job of Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council?" Okay, so Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council is what? It's like it's the head. Okay, now before understanding what is the job of a Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council, you need to understand what these Niti Ayogs do, what this Bengal Chamber of Commerce, Indian Chamber of Commerce, they do. See, what happens is that whenever a government, it has tiers, it has federal layers, third tier government, second tier government, first tier government, and it has different wings. Like there are three lists: the central list, where only central government can make policies. There are federal boards and associations, and the Treasury House, from where these central policies are financed. Okay, there is one GST body and this income tax, who actually gather the personal taxes or corporation taxes from the people, and they see what is my projected budget and what is the deficit. Accordingly, they will galvanize it from international finance, American global depository receipts, all those things are there. Similarly, there is the concurrent list based on which central government, state government both can devise policies. And there is one state list under which comes, suppose the agriculture is there, MSME, for that central government or state government both can make policies. Another thing is police and land. It comes under state government. So only state government can do reforms. Agriculture is a state government, but there is one section 44 part C and 13 part D, under which central government can actually make certain policies. Like, could you remember there was one agri land precision related problem, that farming related problem, 3 4 years back, that was devised by central government. Okay, that is there. So whenever government is making one policy, the first thing that it considers is key. I need to know what are the things that I need to do. One is geopolitics. I'm making one budget. I'm making one economic survey for 1 year, that is short term, and long term, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Like our Delhi declaration is there. So, what is the circumstances where I'm making these policies? For that, you need very sound knowledge on, say, geopolitics. China related problems are there, phytosanitary problems, inverted duty structure related problems are there, this cash down balance related problems are there. How through a budget I can actually leverage higher cash flow mechanisms with higher fundamentalization with BRICS, Asian Summit, G20, G7, how these countries can actually reciprocate higher fundamentals. That is gone. Second, do I need to go for any new projects in different countries? Then what is going to be my source of financing? Public finance, private finance, international loans from IMF or Bretton Woods. Now that is gone. Okay. Or how will I cash down those mechanisms? That is there. International taxation and international economy. What is the use of public finance? What is the use of government finance? What is Sivottam model? How I can cash down policies, whether these policies will be incremental or previously they have already been enforced and reciprocated. So all those things government needs to know. Means government means person who is sitting in economic advisory council, he knows what is Singapore mediation, he or she knows what is World Trade Organization Uruguay agenda section 14, he or she knows how to the basic of public finance, private finances are there, the green accords, suppose the European Union one arm principle, under what circumstances I need to make those policies. Second, he or she is knows the basics of public policy management. Public policy management is like how much of funds do I need to devolve in various sectors which are there in concurrent list and state list. One. Second, how much of cash down do I need to do for the second and third tier government if they are opposite, means opposition government is sitting? For that, you need to give them some funds. If you are going for double engine, that is absolutely fine. But in case you have opposition sitting, then under what section, under what principle GST refinancing schemes are there, you need to give some funds so that this under constitutional verdict, those states who have opposition government, they also can have, they do not have that that state analogy related problems in terms of economy. They can also perish in terms of agriculture, agri-allied sectors. Various sectors are there. One district, one product schemes are there. Health related things are there. Disaster management is there. Police reforms is there. National border management, it comes under BRO sectional. So all these things comes under the Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council. Then they do go for the budgeting. These are the sectors, this much of funds do I need? Because ultimately the people sitting in Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council, plus then comes there are businessmen also, there are people from government. Those people are there who know what is administrative law, what are the fundamentals of welfare policy state, how to go for reforms in terms of judiciary, the various other sectors are there. Okay, so overall, that is the duty. Plus, then comes the Bengal Chamber of Commerce, Indian Chamber of Commerce is there, ASOCHAM is there. Okay, I'm not a member of ASOCHAM. Federation of Indian Exporters is there. Now they have their own set of concrete subject. National Niti Aayog is there, of course. National Mission on say NPK ratio, or National Mission on Agriculture, National Mission Policy on Mining, National Mission Policy on say national grid electrification. Okay, we will not use the power grid from NTPC, we will fundamentalize it with some green renewable energy and all those things. Now what happens, they are the think tanks. Okay, they are the think tanks, Indian Chamber of Commerce, Bengal Chamber of Commerce, but their policies are a bit costly. Okay, their policies are a bit costly. So what government needs to do, ki chalo, I have my own set of policies going on in India, in various states. Okay, good, northeast, for northeast Bengal is there, various other states are there, various policies on agriculture, orange economy, gig sector economy, platform economy, various things are going on. So whatever have been the stated policies, can they actually reverberate me a very positive 7.7, 7.88% GDP on ground? If no, then what separate execution should I do? The policies which are going, should I give them a backlog and bring some new policies? Then how will I finance those policies? Will I use public finance or not? Are they technically and legally correct or not? Because many a times we will see some policies, they create tension, maybe based on minority, maybe based on political clash. Thing is like that, like the UCC, Uniform Civil Code. It has been there in Goa, but many of the states, they are like, it's a politically motivated, but it's not politically motivated. It's a religious segmented piece, so that same laws. So same laws based on marriage, property, ancestral property is there, divorce is there, um, comes for Hindu, Muslim, all those things. Okay, it's Christian. That is very much there in yeah, your Goa. Okay, if you go to Goa, West Goa, basically, so it has been there since Portuguese time. Uniform Civil Code. So that is the job of Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council. Then they will seek it. Do I, for this year or for the next 5 years, do I need any other policy which is earmarked by Niti Aayog or Bengal Chamber of Commerce or Indian Chamber of Commerce? If they say tomorrow ki chalo tomorrow let's privatize rail, suppose privatize rail, then need Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council, based on mathematics, of course mathematics, calculus, ki should I privatize it? Then automatically the those people who travel on train, the local trains are going, the overall your that logistics, all those things cost will go up. Then what is my alternative policy that I have? The policies which are going in government, can these policies be gone? Means, can we continue with it? Then how will I finance those segments? If there is some tax leverage related problem, then is it direct tax related problem, indirect tax related problem? I'm not talking about mafia gunda, all those people. Okay, tax terrorism, that the word, that is also, tax collection is also important. But overall, how will I understand deeper understanding of international economy, international policy, monetary policies, bank capitalization? Ultimately, bank capitalization will help you to capitalize Exim Bank, NABARD Bank, the Grameen banks which we have, okay, DCIP banks which are very heavy to fail. Suppose the HDFC Bank, if it fails, so it will automatically, how many outlets I do not know. HDFC are all those banks, ICICI Bank and all those economic distributors do not attach to all those banks fans. They are from corporations. Okay, that is different. But tomorrow if they create viability, or those banks will not finance the priority sector lending, then how will you make a plan so that agriculture sector, MSME sector, one district one product, all those things are financed? What is my source of financing? Public finance, private finance? Should I go for green bonds or not? If I want to capitalize the market, then I need international funds. The European bonds are there, various other secular bonds, the hybrid funds, all those things are there. Which sector will I allocate these funds? You cannot allocate these funds in lottery, gambling, betting. That is all. That also comes under Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council. So making public policy, in a short rest, if you go there you will understand making public policy, knowing the basics, administrative law, international policy, finance, economics, taxation policies, GST is there, tax havens, money laundering, everything, geopolitics, the state public policy, their arrangement, welfare model states, and accordingly you are devising policy in the name of not only economic uh, conditionality. Your policy is based on economic conditionality, but there are lots of statistics, data analysis, based on which you go for public reforms, structural reforms, economy of scale, institutional pluralism, all those things. Someday I will again make. So overall, you understood, no? This is the job of Prime Minister Economic Advisory Council. First part is important. Those who understand will understand. All the best.